Okay, just wanted to record a little short video, hopefully a short one, just to give you a little routine to do, maybe on a daily basis, to help with hip and lower back mobility and flexibility. Once those go, it will limit a whole load of movements and of course day-to-day functionality as well. So what we'll do is, here's a couple of moves that we'll start off with. Standing ones first, the dynamic hamstring stretch. What you want to do is hold on to something, keep your tummy braced and your bum braced, and then just swing one leg purely from the hip. The leg or the hip joint is a ball and socket, so it should be fully movable. And what we're doing here is as we swing up, stretching the hamstring, as it goes backwards, we're starting to stretch the hip flexor, which for many, or hip flexors, for many people is actually very tight. So what we want to do is just keep nice and upright and just swing the legs steadily, increasing the height. And as I say, try and keep as upright as possible. We don't want to be leaning forward, leaning back, because then movement is coming from the waist as well. Whereas we just want to get hamstring, hip flexors, and the leg moving in the hip joint there. About 30 seconds or so from there. Then we'll swap legs. Go with the other one. I'll shorten this one because we don't need to do as many. Same again, keep it nice and upright. Let it come back. Lead with the heel. Kick up the toes. And slowly but surely increase the height, which will keep the heart rate going, but it will, as I say, it will stretch the hip flexors and the hamstring. And then we want to do the adductors, inner thigh, abductors, the glutes, outside of the thigh, and just get the hip moving on a lateral basis. So hold on to something, lean in slightly, and again, like a pendulum, just let it swing across the body, away. So as it comes across the body here, stretches the outside of the hip, as it comes up, inner thigh. Just let that swing, then the other one. Just do about 4 there, 3, 2. But as I say, look to do about 20-30 seconds worth, really, of pretty much everything, holding stretches and the dynamic mobility movements. Okay, next one. Taking it to the floor, we'll look to work on range of motion around the hips and stretching the inner thigh as well. Taking it down onto your back. You can do this one from seated, putting the soles of the feet together, and just let the knees drop to the outside. Keep nice and tall. And over the 30 seconds, they'll just drop a little bit more as things relax. Second alternative for that is lie back. Bring the heels in close if you need more of a stretch. Arms out. And just lie back. I personally prefer doing it from a lying position. Just tends to, I think, let the hips open a little bit more. And again, just let it, every now and then, just let it bounce a bit, then just hold it, and they'll just slowly but surely relax, get a stretch through the inner thigh, and let things drop out. Second one we're going to go to from there, from the floor, is the opposite movement. So that has opened things up. Now we're going to start to work on the lower back and hip. Lie flat on your back, bring one leg up to 90, arms out to the side, and let that leg roll and drop across. It might stay there, might go a little bit further. The key on this one is the shoulder of the leg you've moved, so i.e. this side, shoulder wants to stay on the floor, because if that moves across and then you lift up, that's just momentum moving over. So keep your arm down, shoulder flat on the floor, and breathe and relax. And then again, over the 30 seconds, it will start to drop just a little bit more. If you want to stretch upper body a little bit more into the neck, look the way the leg has come from, so turn your head that way as well. And then breathe out, let all the breath out. I'm fairly flexible, so mine does drop to the floor. Still look to hold it for 30 seconds, just letting the breath out nice and long. And you may find occasionally you might get a little crack in the back, all fine. Once you're done, level yourself up, bring the other leg up to 90, let that roll across the body, turn the head to look where it's come from. Let the breath out. And just stay there for 30 seconds. Once you're done, ease yourself back up to middle. What you can do from here, if you want to try, is bring both knees up and just pin them together and let both knees drop over, squeeze, pull it back up, over again. Just get some movement around the lower back and works the core muscles quite a lot as well. The key with this one, you want to keep the knees pinned together. As you pull up, if they open, you're working, well, you're not really working the muscles or the joints or after, so pin the knees together. And again, you don't have to go all the way to the floor, just to there, and just squeeze the tummy to pull it back, and give it about 10 of those. Once you're done, flip it over. We'll do 2 this way. What we can do from a box position here, hands under the shoulders, hips shoulder width apart. You're just going to turn one hand, palm up, look under the armpit and slide that hand as far as you can. So you're going to look under, looking backwards, slide the hand, breathe out, slide it as far as it will go, and then just relax and stay there. Back of the palm, sliding under, and we're starting to see, as you should see from there, starting to get a little bit of twist around the mid upper back, and just getting some movement through the scapula as well, the shoulder blade. Hold that 30 seconds, slide it back up, replace, other one, roll it under, bend the arm slightly, look under and run the hand as far as you can go, and then just relax. And then the other one I would do from this box position is a Spider-Man climb. Again, to open up the hips and stretch the hip flexors. So from here, full press up position, bring one foot as far forward as it will go. Ideally, if you can, next to the palm, and then drive the long leg, heel backwards. Push the heel back, 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 back. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Swap it over, place it down, drive the heel on the long leg back to stretch the back leg. Holding, holding, holding. About 5-6 seconds and swap it over. If you really want to jazz this one up and get a little bit more mobility in, takes a bit more work on here. The side that has come in, just rotate up. Pause, back down. Take the leg back, bring the other leg in, rotate that arm straight up in the air. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Take it down and swap again from there. And if you can build that in, as I say, 30 seconds each side, into a daily routine, you should find you'll be looking after your back pretty well, lower back, get some work on the hips, onto the inner thigh, outer thigh, also it'll work your core muscles as well.